What's going on? It's your boy Zillionaire. To all my followers, Z Nation, they know the big time celebrity bodyguard. Working with all the big time celebrities. Also, the truth speaker, the guy that makes everybody mad, especially new age women, especially new age black women, because nobody's calling them out. Now, me being a God fearing man, it's my duty and my responsibility, just like the prophets in the Bible, just like the men of God in the Bible, to call out wickedness in a generation. There's this wicked Jezebel spirit in the black community among our women. And the cause of that spirit is because we have decades and years of not holding them accountable, because society wants black women to have dysfunctional relationships. They want them to fail at family. They want them to fail at life, at career. They want them to fail at everything. So they've been using black women against black men for decades, okay? And this is why you see a society of black women, such as Vivica Fox, 60 years old, still single, talking about something she looking for a husband, when she had a man and she raised all kind of hell and he got away from her. Tia Mowry married a good husband, said he was a good guy, a good man, but she divorced him and destroyed her family because of her own selfish motives. She said she had to think about herself. Not understanding when you're married and in a family, you have to think about yourself and others, but she didn't want to do that. It's all about her. Then you got Gabrielle Union. She emasculated her husband and his son. Just emasculated them. She helped society. What they want to do to black men is either they want us dead, in prison, or emasculated. I'm going to say it again. They want black men dead, in prison, or emasculated. That is the agenda. And of course, Gabrielle Union, of course, she help that agenda. Then you got your girl, Megan Good, married a preacher, married a man, good brother, good preacher. The crazy part about it is she lied to this man for 9 years. She just wanted to be a trophy wife. He wanted a family, but she lied to him, made it seem like she wanted a family. And they ultimately got a divorce because she wouldn't give him children after 9 years. And I guess he got sick of it. And he said, you know what, you're not going to give me children. You don't want to build a family with me? Fine, let's go our separate ways. She had a good husband. These women are running away good men because a lot of times they don't even deserve them. They have this wicked, manipulative Jezebel spirit where they want to have control and power over men. And this is what high quality men, God-fearing men, we look out for that spirit. Whereas they want it their way. And they wonder why they curse, because they don't want to do it God's way. Anytime you don't want to do it God's way, you bring a curse on yourself. And as you can see, these women are cursed in relationships. Even a lot of these women's careers have even gone downhill, the ones I've named, because of their Jezebel behaviors. If you look at Angela Bassett, Viola Davis, and Kerry Washington, you look at those type of women, they're flourishing. They're flourishing in their career, business, their relationships. They're flourishing. You know what I'm saying? And it's because those women have a certain dignity and grace about themselves. You could tell they have a certain type of humility. Okay, this is why they're flourishing and they're prospering. You see these women over here that I have in the picture. These women have gone downhill in their careers and in their personal life because of their wicked, manipulative Jezebel behaviors. God ordained men and women to build families and relationships. There's an order to everything. Okay, these women rather be out of order and bring curses on themselves than follow it and do it God's way. Okay, it's God, man, woman, and child. A lot of these women are angry or pissed off because they want to sit in the king's chair. They don't want to be queens. They want to be the king, or they want to dominate and manipulate the king and get everything they want. Not understanding that wicked manipulative spirit is opening the doors to curses. You open the door to curses. When you bring that negative manipulative spirit into your household, into your life, you bring curses on yourself. That's why I don't feel sorry for Vivica Fox crying about not having a husband at 60. I don't feel sorry for these. I don't feel sorry for these women that Tia Mowry told me she wants her husband back. I don't feel sorry for her. You broke up with the man and you're out here on a reality show, Tia Mowry. She's out here dating other men. For what is the point? I don't get it. You're out here dating And now y'all want my husband back, crying on an episode. What do you mean? What do you mean you want your husband back? You destroyed your family because of your own Jezebel selfish motives. Now, if you read Jezebel in the Bible, she was a manipulative, jealous, violent woman who did not like good God-fearing men. I'm going to say it again. If you study about Jezebel in the Bible and her punk-ass husband Ahab, he was a simp. He allowed her to control him, manipulate him, dominate him, and he allowed her to control the kingdom. And God did not call women to be in charge of men. This is why the whole empire collapsed. And this is why God killed and got rid of Jezebel, because of her demonic, wicked ways. She was very demonic. And when I say demonic, that doesn't mean you have to be a monster with horns and all. Demonic is a certain energy. Demonic is anything that's antichrist. Demonic is anything that's ungodly. That's what demonic means. It's an energy. It's a force. Okay. And these women, they operate in that kind of demonic Jezebel spirit. And they're out here doing all kind of crazy stuff. And we're supposed to feel sorry for these women when things don't go right. Tia Mowry up there crying. Well, I didn't feel sorry for her one bit. You had a good husband. You out here dating, look like a fool. You dating, you like an idiot out here. Idiot, because you don't know who you meeting out here. You don't know these people out here. But you had a husband all them years. You had children and family, but you want to do something for yourself. And see, this is what the trick of society. And this is what the society tricks black women in particularly, because they've been telling black women for decades, you don't need black men, which is a lie. You need black men for protection, provision. You need a black man there for the children. They need a father. But they've been told for years they don't need no man. For decades, and they've believed this lie. They've passed down this lie to the other girls and their younger women, their nieces, their daughters, their nephews, their nieces, and the other women in their family tree. And they've been programmed to say, I don't need men. So once you have that programming of I don't need this man, they already have it in their mind. They have already devalued you as a black man. It doesn't matter how successful you are. It doesn't matter how strong you are as a black man. No matter how God-fearing you are, how much wisdom you have, no matter what you do for them, they're not going to value it, because in their head, you're a black man and you're not worthy of anything. This is the psychological brainwashing of black women. That's why good men usually go through more hell than anybody when it comes to black women. These black women are out here divorcing good men, divorcing good husbands, out here messing up good relationships. And then when they get with the Pookies and the Ray Rays, and then when they can't find a man, then when they're 60 and they're old and alone and just have their animals, or what I like Kevin Samuels say, you're alone with your animal now. Now, you know, they want to blame everybody else for why that curse and those curses fell upon you. This is the society we live in. This is what's going on. We see nowadays, you even look on television, you even look in the news, black women have no respect for themselves. You listen to the music, they don't respect themselves. The music is just disgusting and deplorable. It's degenerate. And they praise that behavior. They clapping for Tia Mowry, talking about she's going to do for herself. They're clapping for her, destroying her family. They're clapping for Gabrielle Union, emasculating her husband and his son. They're clapping for that. Every disgusting, foul thing black women are doing, they're clapping for them. Talk about using men and being hoes. They clapping for that. Do you see what I'm saying? They clap about every foul thing black women are doing instead of calling it out, saying what it is. See, and this is why they have this mentality. They can do anything they want without consequences. But let me tell you something. When you have to deal with the wrath of God, when you have to deal with the Almighty, if you choose not to follow his ways, you got to deal with him. Hello, somebody. He can bring curses upon your life. You ain't hiding nothing from the Almighty. And just because you've been manipulative and wicked for years, do not mean you're going to get away with it. Every manipulative, wicked plan or plot you have done throughout your life, you have planted seeds. You have planted those negative seeds. You have planted those wicked seeds. And believe me, you're going to reap your harvest of that manipulation and that wickedness that you've been planning and stuff you've been doing throughout the years. You thought nobody saw you, or you thought you got away with it, or you thought you fooled people. You ain't fooling the Almighty. He knows all and he sees all. But because we live in a generation where they tell black women you could do anything you want and there will be no consequences, they actually believe it. And this is why they do what they do. This is why. This is why the Jezebel spirit is running so rampant in the black community. This is why it's chaos in the black community. Anytime you have a group of women running a community, anytime you have a group of women that want to be in a position of authority, this is why you have chaos. This is why you have destruction. This is why things collapse. This is why things fall, because God ordained men to be leaders. That's just all to it. Her job is to be a co-leader, is to be a supporter. Okay, she's supposed to help you lead, not go against your leadership. But this is what we're dealing with. Any black man that's strong, powerful, speaks the truth, any God-fearing black man, he gets attacked. But if you act like a punk, a wimp, or a sissy, they clap for you as a black man. But if you stand up, speak the truth, stand your ground, you become the man you were called to be, not a punk, not a sissy, not a wimp, a leader. You stand your ground. You don't apologize for who you are. See what I'm saying? If a woman is out of line or out of order, you call it out as you're supposed to as a black man. At the same time, if she's doing what she's supposed to do and she's doing right, you're supposed to let her know that as well. But we live in a society where you're not supposed to hold them accountable. So when you have a group of women who are never held accountable, that's when you create this monster. That's when you create this Jezebel spirit. That's when these other negative influences come in, because they feel like, oh, I can do what I want to do. And once that attitude comes in, once that goes in there, then you have all this other curses that could come upon you, man. And the sad part about it is we're watching the collapse and downfall of the black community, and these black women are helping destroy it and tear it down. That's the crazy part about it. We're watching black women destroy themselves, their relationships, their children. They're destroying the community, and society is clapping for them. And they're getting a standing ovation for destroying everything around them with this wicked, manipulative spirit. The Bible says if you follow, God gave his people an order in the Old Testament. He said, if you follow after me, if you do it my way, I will bring blessings upon you. You will be blessed going in. You will be blessed going out. He said, you will be the head and not the tail. He said, you'll be the lender and not the borrower. God said it, but if you don't follow after me, if you want to do it your way, if you want to follow after other gods, then you will bring curses upon your life. You're going to be cursed in everything you do. And this is what we're seeing in the black community and among these black women. They're bringing curses on themselves, and we're supposed to feel sorry for them. I think not. I'm your boy, Zillionaire. Put your thoughts and comments. Shout out to all the men. If you found a virtuous woman, if you found a true God-fearing woman, and you are a blessed man, I'll tell you, because nowadays they are hard to come by and they are hard to find. A lot of women don't have personal relationships or real relationships with the Almighty because they wouldn't act how they act. If a lot of these women were really following after the Almighty and following after the ways of Christ, they wouldn't do and they wouldn't behave the way they behave. That's why the Bible says there's a difference between a virtuous woman and a foolish woman. But we've seen a lot of women in our generation, in our community, just be downright foolish, bring curses on themselves and destroy themselves. I'm your boy, Zillionaire. I'm out of here with your thoughts and comments.